Hey everybody, how are you doing? You never know when I'm gonna, just switch scene. I think people are gonna be always very freaked out, and when they're like leaving things in the background, and then, the stream starts. So, welcome everybody. This is Modular Mondays. Hey Marco, how are you doing? So, welcome everyone. Modular Mondays episode 4. We did already 4 episodes, and we're taking kind of a turn today because we're going to explore a different piece of software that a lot of you know actually. Hey Gary, Cubase Academy, Gary is here. Hi crew. So Gary, do you want to go shields? We need somebody at the shield because we're gonna take a lot of debris today from it. But there's also engineering where you can, glow next to the reactor. So, why are we here today? Well, Modular Mondays, we make music out of modular software and real stuff. Yeah, I think you should run defense, Gary. Yeah, we need a little bit more, like a shield operator. That's how it's called, probably. Right. So, what do we do here? We take a modular piece of software, soon to be hardware, soon to be also control surfaces and stuff, and we start exploring it in the sense of making music with it. The objective of mine is to make a record, make an album that will be on Bandcamp. You can support the album also by joining my Patreon if you want. There's a specific tier. If you don't want to learn anything, if you're not into music, you don't care about it, you can just support the album and you will get special editions as well. Obviously, patrons will get them anyway, but if you just want to do a small tip, there's also there. That's the possibility. So we're doing this because it's fun and because I think modular synthesis hasn't really ever come to pass. It's just like, actually, if anything, it's even more important today for what we do and for how music has evolved, changed, things like that. So why are we here? Well, this is my desktop. It's pretty boring. Today, I want to explore VCV Rack 2, which is free. There's a video in which I've run a comparison with Modular by Softube, and they're quite different. They're different. They're different. But is one better than the other? Well, you don't know. I'm looking at some stuff that I'm like, wow, okay, so that's what we're gonna see today. And I'm keeping this website here, you'll notice in a second, because VCV is awesome for a lot of things that are not strictly in the software itself. It is as simple as just, clicking on VCV Rack 2. And look what happens when we run it. It's just going to load a patch that I had. And before we do, I want to make sure we're on that this is my buffer size, okay? 512, okay? Why do I say that? Because in the previous episodes, if you haven't watched this, we have run through Softube Modular's heavy engine, okay? So we were carrying a lot of ballast in the spaceship. It sounds amazing, but the feeling of our virtual spaceship is kind of like heavy maneuvering, okay? So it's not as agile as it should be. There's ways around it because you can open more instances, but ultimately I'm thinking this is not where I want to go. So today we start hard. We go 512, okay? This is just so you know. This is what we're going to do. And I'm going to fire up VCV Rack 2, look at how it starts, and it's going to play something. I am doing a very clever game of sending you audio through the app to you and also for me to listen to. And my monitoring is off and muted. So I would have never heard anything. So let's find out if it works, okay? I need all hands on deck for this one. So I've dropped volume down. Hopefully it will work. Let me see if I see things moving up. Should. Oh, I don't. Okay. Why don't I? Because we're not connected? Are we sending anything to this? Okay. This is what I meant. Let me do. In theory, it should work. Right in here. That's what I'm thinking. Because Sonobus has to be working. Let me drop this down to -12. See if we're getting anything in here. Oh man, it used to work. So I'm using these, I'm sending it through here. We're 48 to 56. No. We're doing this. And it should work. Why didn't it? Oh, of course. Hold on, people. It's coming. So this is the line in. This should be fine. Windows Audio, I think. Do we do exclusive? No. 1024. Okay. I don't see, I'm not sending anything though out. Let's redo this. Okay, let me close it. Troubleshooting. Running it outside of a DAW because the free version doesn't support VST3. Exactly. So it's free, but the free version does only run in standalone mode. It doesn't run in VST3. So I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I haven't bought it because it's, you know, $149 then or $20 per month. It's not that much, but I haven't bought it. I want to see what we can do with the free version because the mentality of it is something that I kind of like in terms of I'm gonna show you how much is possible, but I need to do routing in externally, so it's gonna work. No worries. It did work. So I can hear it at work, but I don't see it jumping up for you. So it needs to. Obviously it does. So let me see where we are. I don't really think this is any problem in the streaming. It's more of no. How did I fire up Nuendo by accident? So I need to check this. I need to absolutely check this. I am 100% sure that this should work. I guarantee you there is no way this doesn't. Oh, there we go. I see you hear it. There we go. My bad. I see you have signal now. So let's try it again. Let's try it again. I need this level of mine at something. We hear it. Thank you, Shields. -10. What would I do without my crew? All right, so we hide it. Nuendo, please. You know, Nuendo given for granted that we're gonna use Nuendo. We're not gonna use Nuendo today. So, passing audio through. This should be clever. It's digitally done in LAN. It should work. No worries, it works. But kudos to the Astro A50s that I have because it's through their internal line in that I will be able to send you VCV Rack 2. And if you don't have these for gaming, you're missing out. Just so you know. All right, so we fire up VCV Rack 2 and it starts with the patch. Okay, I'm lowering it. So this is the environment in which we're in. I'm gonna try and keep myself kind of like this big. If things go bad and you wanna see more, remember I can always make myself smaller. But there's kind of a vibe in not like being too small. I don't know how or why. I kind of like it better. Feels a little bit better. So very small, right? Like what? Like this is impossible to see. Well, with F4, you just jump in the actual zoom levels of this whole thing. It just fills the space with the most modules it can, okay? So it zooms to fit, that's how it's called. But if you want to see closer to one of the modules, for example, you just go, as far as I know, control click, you know? So here I wrote some notes, for example, Modular Mondays, Words in Sound, right? So every Monday at 8 p.m., boom, right here on this channel. These are just notes. We got these nice Visualiser here, for example. These are all free modules. And then ultimately, so you can orienteer yourself, I've put 2 mults, and these mults feed from the output of my effect chain, and they go to, respectively, I started last, I don't know, I like to do it this way. They go to the Visualiser, they go to my audio card so I can listen to it, and they go to your streaming, okay? The beautiful thing about these, I'm just gonna go randomly on things that I absolutely love about VCV too, is that colors are selectable for the cables. And I have this way of using gray for things that really don't matter, that are like structural. So we can go right click here and we go, the cable, I want it to be gray, okay? So this, you can set colors, you can create different colors if you want. I'm starting from the colors, I'm sorry, I don't care. I think it's quite important, along with the zoom thing. Look how it doesn't alias at all. It's super, super sharp. Look how nice that is. This is almost like having my face on the Eurorack. This is close, okay? So I gave you like the first thing, which is like, it doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter. It does matter. And in the view pane, you can select your frame rate, the UI scale, the zoom factor, we saw it, zoom to fit modules, what the mouse wheel does, the theme, the tooltips or not, cable opacity, if we want the cables to be a little bit more visible or not. I like kind of it here. The cable tension. Look at this. I personally don't like a lot of tension, but I don't know. It's just like, this is nice. And we can turn the lights off, like down, and there's the bloom of the LEDs. The LEDs, the light bloom, that kind of kicks in and gives you like how it is. Now I have tons of light in here, so I can't really keep it down also for readability, but it's really nice because you see things pulse, you have a visual feedback on it. Lock cursor while dragging, cable colors customizable, knob mode, linear or absolute rotary, or whatever you want to have it. Control knobs with mouse wheel, which I also like. The mouse wheel knob sensitivity, which actually I like that a lot. I'm probably need to kind of fix that because it's kind of nice. Lock positions of the modules, smart rearrangement, use dark panels if available. Look at this. Look at this. For as much as I like darker colors, I think like the bright ones just kind of give me more kind of orienteering. You click with your mouse wheel button, like your middle one, and you drag around like with any software you would expect. You're here, you're him. It's awesome. It just works. When you double click, actually right click, sorry, on an empty space, and let me tell you, there is a lot of empty space. This reminds me of Donald Duck's game on Commodore 64. Who's played that? Look at how much space there is here. Donald's Playground, I think it was called, or something like that. Amazing. I've played that as a kid a lot. You know, getting the trampolines and all this stuff. But only here, you buy Eurorack modules. Imagine how much grown-ups we are now. So these are the modules. You right click in an empty space, you get into all of the modules, which when I installed it, this was mostly the VCOs up to the notes, okay? So the two gray modules didn't exist. What you get is from the VCO up down there. So all of the utility stuff, all the things that are very good. Then on top, we've got modules that I've downloaded. I mean, I'm telling you, like, Blamsoft makes modules. I love their stuff. There's tons of them. There's 4MS making stuff. I think this is licensed for sure. So this is them. Then there's Erica Synth. There's whatever. Like, I've downloaded just some of the stuff. I can't even fathom what we're going to do. The effect lines and all of that are just unbelievable. Now, the argument is it doesn't sound as good as Softube Modular, which I can plenty argue with, but I know that. So we can even do favorites if we want. So all of these, for example, what did I do? Oh, I put something like here. I don't want it, just go over it, boom, delete. Also very important, sample rate, of course, but also threads. How many threads do we want to run this on? And I'm doing 1. I'm gonna switch to 4. Okay, nothing's changed. But you can select how many cores you want to use, which isn't that unbelievably beautiful? It is beautiful, right? Then there's the modules you don't have, right? So the modules you don't have are in the library page right here. We go up, we go to library. I'm gonna show you because I wanna install something. And there's, as I said on the video, 380 modules that are paid for. They go from $5 to $30-ish. And then there's 3,347 free modules, out of which 2,908 open source, okay? And you might say, well, it's all bad. They're all bad. They're actually really good. I already said this a lot. So I'm looking for an oscillator. Actually, I'm also looking for an arpeggiator. I'm looking for too much stuff. But I want an oscillator. Man, look at this. Dark Process Industries. Do we get it? We get it. Okay, add. Scorpio is a complex oscillator. Okay, we get that. There's Bastel, is a compact digital oscillator with powerful wave shaping applied to FM synthesis. Man, I mean, right? Okay, so this one was Scorpio. This is Wave. Then this is the same brand. I see the style. Venom, but it's not the oscillator I'm looking for, which is a quad. Sanguine Mutants. This is kind of a polyphonic resonator. Man, look at this. These are all free. These are all absolutely free. If you're in here, you're watching this stream and you have a module you want me to download, please say it on chat. Please do. Oh, Instro. I think it was Instro. Okay, we add it. Okay. Crin. We click on the author. It's okay, Instro. Okay, so Crin by Instro is the actual module name. Okay, so now we got these two. How do we bring them in? We just go library, it queries updates, and it finds that we've got two to get. Dark Process Industries. No, wait, there's more. I wanted this. There's also Instro, so probably now it's querying, it's gonna get the second one as well. Oh, I didn't. Okay, well, we update all, it's gonna update, we restart it, and we have the module. As simple as that. All right, so it says all plugins have been downloaded, click relaunch, close and relaunch. All right, close and relaunch. We got the tips that I haven't changed, and we're here, okay? You can even select the paints in terms of what kind of color you want them to have. These are, for example, we want silver, or we want, as I had, blue moon, because blue for me is effects. So right here I have effects. I can go duplicate, Control D. As long as you hover your mouse on a module, anything you do on shortcuts is gonna affect the module your mouse cursor is on. Unbelievably fast. Unbelievably fast. You wanna drag things around, you select them all and you drag them. As simple as that. So what we have here is our final mixer right here. I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna put it here and I'm gonna make it green. I remember there was a green here. What is it? Trick or treat? No, absinthe. Okay. So this is our main section and this is our effects section. Very simple. Now you don't see it. Now you see it. It's like, okay, well, these are the two mixers. The two mixers for me get the effects that I have. And that's the blend of effects because there's a mult here that gets the destination of my final mixer, which is this one here, okay? And this is the final mixer that goes to the mult. Anything going to this mixer is getting mixed in here, into the effects, okay? And this is my template version 0, which is already a sound, and I'm gonna save it. So I'm gonna save it. I already have a name, people. This is like goosebumps again. I'm gonna call this Hangar Roll Call. We got it. So this is a patch. This is me experimenting at home. Here, it just means here. It's a fancier way. And it's super, super cool. We got the MIDI CV, we got VCOs, we got different stuff. These three VCOs go into a mixer. Then there's a filter, LFO. Then there's a sequencer. Then there's a mult. There's clocks, VCO. Okay, this one, what was this for? I remember this was to get the clock in. Okay. Okay. So I have to re-follow it with you, okay? Because I don't know what we're doing here. So let's try and do this. Let's get these modules out. Let's get our VCA mixer here and let's redesign. Do we still have sound? How can we have sound? Who's playing? Oh, there's this VCO here. No, it's impossible. This one's getting here. Right, let's raise this. Okay. Oh, it's this guy, of course. Okay, so that's our delay line. Okay, that we're getting from somebody. I'm thinking it's this guy. Let me zoom in. Because, are we getting somebody in here? Who's this guy? It's obviously not this. Who's doing these oscillator stuff? Maybe, okay, maybe it's the MS. Hold on. No, okay. Maybe it's the Erica. It is, okay. These effects are off the hook. So, I'm gonna keep you at -12. Thanks, Kermit. Oh, by the way, welcome back. Did you, oh yeah, were you here sometime? Thank you, Kermit. So this is your level, this is mine. We have some of these effects. Here, I think it's this thing. It's the CVE in that it's getting. Yeah. We had a ton of feedback. So I did some changes, right? Welcome, Kermit. Oh, Kermit. I just Kermit. I'm gonna use Kermit. Tell me if it's good or not. So this one that we have here, I've made some changes and it was the effect that was really loud, but for the bass it sounded fine, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna undo my way through so that now we know what it was. I don't have to really reconnect anything. I'm just gonna try and undo, okay? Right there. Why did I do that? Because all I had to do was the feedback here that was very, very short. And I can still hear it somehow. All right, we're good. So let's try one of the oscillators we got. I didn't change the filter. Let's get Scorpio. See how nice the atmosphere is here? You get a module, it works. You get it. You install it right away. It's completely integrated with what we're doing. It's just great. We can get different things. You see, I've got all of the effect stuff and things. Let's try the Scorpio. I have arpeggiators. I don't, like, honestly, sitting here with you with this much stuff all together, it's kind of like overwhelming already. There's so much stuff you don't know where to go. But I would like to transfer to you that Modular is this. There's also a community of people trading modules, exchanging them, coming up with ideas, testing them for a week. You go back to a friend of yours, you get the module back. Maybe they didn't like it. Maybe they just put a note on it. They want to buy it or not. VCV kind of has that vibe in software because there's people around it. The community is developing this stuff. So I think it's just insane. I also want to try this. Octasource, Black Wavetable, LFO. There's also drums. Okay, let's get these two. Let's try them. So first off, let's take the output of this and let's go to the input of the VCA mix. Okay, this is gonna be our 2 for now. And I think I have like a ton of effects, which I like. We're gonna keep there. I don't wanna do this completely without effects. I like this. So, but now that's the voltage input. Let me do this. We don't have gate. Can I do gate? No. If I do this and we get it up. Okay, I'm gonna turn my bass station on so that we can control this. Let me see if it comes back here. Man, it sees it right away. I don't even have to reboot. Okay, so. Man, we had a moment of Alan Parsons right there. So that's the tune oscillator. Okay. I want to go down here. Boy, it sounds really cool. So we can fiddle with this. We can get it to do some stuff. And as you can see, I have these LFO here. I'm gonna use the mixer just to talk to you. I have these LFO here whose sign goes to the cutoff, and it's slightly opening my VCF, right here. Just so we backtrack and you know what we're doing. Right? Because you didn't do this patch. I started with something I had designed. So I'm going to open the filter a little bit. That's the LPF going into here, into our mixer eventually. Okay. I mean, if I arpeggiate this, you'll remember this patch. Oh, but it's polyphonic. So we need to actually have it monophonic, right? That's true. Well, that's good though. Let me see if we gate this guy with a gate. So instead of going out here, right here, we're gonna take the gate from, where do we have it here? Trigger, clock round, that's our sequence. That's my mixer right here. That's the gate it's getting, but where's the input? Okay, so the input is coming out here. We have no input right here. So the mix output goes to the filter. The filter out goes straight into the main mixer. Okay, I don't want to do that. I want to duplicate this. Actually, this is bass that I want to do. So we're going to drop these down here. What? Right, so the mixer goes out into this VCA whose output is controlled by the ADSR. Okay, so we can close it as much as we want, I think. Let's try that. And the output is going to go, as I said, into this other filter right here with the wavetable VCO. So this is the lower section I made so that this is going to be the bass part. All right, simple as that. Okay, so sound on again. I like these, but I want more steps. Can I have like a 16 stepper? This is audio 16, sequence 3. That's okay though. I don't have it, but I could try something else. But let's try that. I like that. Let's do this, simple. Up here. Okay. I'm not using the 4MS for now. Now, here's the beautiful thing. When I bring it up in the mixer, it actually makes the filter sounds different. You hear how much of a lower note there is? Okay, I like this. Let me get the mixer to... Okay, we're doing this. Can I make stream out a little louder? Yeah, of course. Let me know if this feels cool. I can go a little bit louder as well, I think. I don't see it going louder though. Yeah, okay. I can bump it up a little bit as well. It could be that it's a mixer thing, so I can bump it from here. It is where it is on my monitoring as well. So they're kind of bumping together. Let me know if this is fine, otherwise I can bump it up, obviously. It's very quiet compared to my voice. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, I see that going down. All right, hold on. Coming to the rescue. Worry not. I can do this. Oh, for you it's fine? Welcome, Siberio. There's a lot of people lurking here. Thank you very much for chatting and letting me know. If it, like I see from the meters, it's actually fine because this is low. This is not, at the moment, this is not as much as... But I think it's bumping down here. I'm gonna help you out. Hold on. Okay, now I have a 0 to 0, which might help. It's not gonna be too much, but it's gonna be definitely louder. Hopefully. And we're floating with the audio. You see here, the Astro and my card are actually the same. So I like these, but I want to kind of delay things a little bit. So just get the atmosphere right. Do you hear this? Now it's better? Thanks, Marco. No worries. Yeah, let me know, of course. Because now I'm doing 2 systems. But the -6 trim that I have on Nuendo, probably here it's not necessary. So the 4MS topographic delay, dude, I'm telling you, here it is, okay? Ready? Right? So we have 236. And I can drop this dude down and we can try the... So the Scorpio is nice though. It does a very nice kind of vibey thing. So this is our bass. I'm going to drop in here. See how fast it is compared to Softtube? Like here, okay? So this is our bass module. And in fact, it's mult. And the sequencer here, they're just doing this, right? That's its clock and it's going there. And it's getting clock from, we could clock it from my base station, for example. Can I clock the tempo here? Absolutely. So let's use the base station as kind of a, which you actually can see a little bit. So it's good. So I'm gonna clock it here. Let's see where we go. Is it sending clock though? Maybe not. Maybe I have to send it. I have to send it in play. Let's try. No. Clock N. No. Yo. Run. Does it run? Ah, because I'm not sending a run. I haven't tried this, so I don't know. It should send clock though. Maybe it's sent. Maybe it's set to receive. Hold on. Function. Where's the clock at? Right here. Limiter, oscillator, pitch, slew. Right here. It is set to though. All right, doesn't matter. We're gonna do 236, just so then we'll lose things. We had 236. We're bumping it here. Okay, I made a mistake. No problem. Undo. Also, it's picking my note. Okay, that's good. Right, so now we try this. Let me get the octave again. Let's do a double cable here in this one. And then we go out to the first one. Okay, let's get an arpeggiator here and let's get another ADSR. So this time I actually want to use the ADSR before that. So we're gonna go into the right here. The input's fine. I want a VCA. See, I'm duplicating stuff from what we have right here. So the envelope's gonna go here, the input's gonna go here, and the output's gonna go straight here. Or I could envelope the mixer itself. Yeah, let's do that. So we take mix and we go right here. Right, we input into mix. No, yes, no, yes, no. We do it how I had it. All right, we're there, we're them. Right, so this oscillator here is going to go get this envelope, the out goes here, the mixer goes here. I think if we do this, it's still gonna sound. Nope, because we're sending no gate here. So let me try and send this one here to the gate or to the trigger. This is in, clock, in. Okay, so it's coming out here. Do we have clocks? No, we're just getting this trigger and we're sending it to this other trigger here. So are the steps getting into the gate right here? There we go. So now we're sending it the same thing. Let's try and hear what happens. Right, so we don't want that though. I want to duplicate these guys. For now, let's use this, which is convenient. Right. Ooh, this is also another super cool oscillator. You hear how cool that is? If we move this, we can actually automate it. Right? So this could be a cool thing. But let me do a different type of thing. So we got the clock. We're gonna send the clock to this other guy here. Clock in, out. So yeah, I'll send it here, so that we're getting this one. And let's do a different pattern so that we're not like contrasting against it. Tempo 236 because we duplicated, so it works. The steps are 8. We could do 5, doesn't matter. Let me reset these. We just double click them. And what we do is we actually send the gate of this. I don't want it to be here. I want the gate to be trigger here, and gate out is going to be the steps. Man, the names sometimes are they're right. Right. See how it works? Let's try that. Let's try a shorter one. Man, these oscillator. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. The problem is I want a little bit more reverb. I know I have undos, so we can experiment. But I want more space into it. Because I don't want to have a super reverb just now, but I kind of like this as well. So we need to design some LFOs for these movements though, for the ADSR. So we're gonna move these out. Let's try and get these here. Okay, let's take two LFOs. One and one. One here and one here. And now we're gonna design the volume of these two things because we have attack that we can use and we also have the CVs for, actually I had it here. Okay, we have CVs for the two sides of the mixers so we can kind of make it move. Let's do this. Is it full scale though? It seems so, right? Let's see. Seems like. And we also have wavetabled LFOs, which is super cool. Okay, this one we're gonna use to modulate this, which is good. Okay, let's do this. Maybe a little bit of drive as well, and resonance, just a tiny little bit. A little bit of increase on the drive and a little bit less on the... Right. Isn't it scary, this? This is something, okay? The dynamic range is, I'm here in front of my monitors. Thank you, Siberio. Like, it wasn't wanted. This is just a thing. If this one, I wouldn't know that it would just jump out this much. But I'm here in front of the monitors, and I do not know how loud the limit will be, which is how I feel in theaters sometimes when they mix the sound effects really nice. In my opinion, you get really scared because things increase in loudness and your brain doesn't have the maximum of, like, how loud is this system really? You know, how loud can it go? And because you don't know, personally, it scares the heck out of me and it keeps me attached to the thing, especially if it's that's a dynamic range of a theater versus in the house. But I'm telling you, here in the studio, I was like, woo, this thing's it's alive, exactly. The space is not exactly what I wanted, but we're gonna get there. And I don't know who that was, probably this guy here, right? Because we're doing full scale on this mixer, that's the reason probably. This would be real something like in a... Okay, you know what I'm picturing? Now I have a picture. You know, sometimes this thing is coming up to me. Oh my God. Everybody hide. They're scanning the ship. This reminds me of like Passengers. I don't know. Like, I'm closing the mixer is not really closing up. Man, I'm loving this. And I don't think it's the resonance of the filter. I'm trying to grasp where that is. We're not really pushing. I'm afraid to, like, Erica synth stuff, I'm kind of scared to touch it sometimes. We need to automate these mixers. Absolutely. We need to. Okay, so, like, I'm talking to you. I gotta be honest. You saw how I'm like freezing. I cannot like compute the words I'm telling you. I'm afraid this thing is just gonna jump at me again. And in some ways I crave that. In other ways I'm terrified, which is how I end up playing horror video games sometimes, which is a genre I hate a lot. But I got friends that absolutely love to bring me into this, that are also multiplayer and things. I'm like, dude, I don't want to play this. And like, don't worry, it will be fine. We'll be fine for you. But there's that, I don't want to do it, but I also want to do it. Yeah, I'm scared, but you want to, you know, go with the flashlight in the abandoned house. It's the same thing. And I'm telling you, if like this is almost like alien corridors of a spaceship. And like, you know, fire team is 4 of them and they're scanning. This is almost like Alien 2 Aliens redone, right? It's just like, I'm tweaking the mixer because you don't know if this soundtrack is blending so well with the environment that it's really the metal. Hear this thing. It's not letting go. Siberio says, dynamics are the chef's kiss. That's exact thing you talked about, that you don't know the volume limit. Am I right? I'm glad you feel the same. We're on the same page here. I think everybody agrees. Like, you don't know the limit of the PA. You don't know how it's set, and you hear it increase, and you're like, I don't want to say anything, but because if you ask to turn it down, everybody's going like, you know, you're chickening out. Wow. Okay. So I'm dropping the mixers down. Here's how we do it. We need VCAs with dividers, I think. We need VCAs with dividers, and I think I had them. We need to scale the the maximum volume down, and I know there are. Look at here. There's so many. We need to get a, if you see it, crew, say it. Say the name, and I'll click it. CV mix. Is it this with attenuverters? This could be that. We need something that has an attenuator. So I'm gonna go in order because I'm gonna freak out. You know, it's not a VCA mix, although we could use that as well. I'm thinking maybe octave, quantizer, split, merge, sum. No, noise, random, CV mix. I'm thinking it's a CV mix. Compare gates, process, rescale with gain, offset, and range limiting. Okay, I'm gonna go for rescale. We need 2 of them. Okay. And also, people, like, kudos to 4MS. You hear this delay, how it's creating space, and it's slightly off tempo, and it's keeping me. This is also probably why I can't articulate what I'm saying that well, because this thing is there. But Modular Mondays, we keep the music on, like, all the time. Doesn't matter if I get distracted, it's just diverting my attention. It's spreading so well. When I heard it, I was like, this is it. For some reason, I am not getting the huge reverb out of the XFX, but we're gonna dial in something else. It used to be really big, right? But there's something about maybe the damping, the delay. Is it the delay? No, that's a kind of pre-delay thing. Let's not touch it because I kind of like it. Thank you, people, for being here, though. Can I say that? It's so much fun to kind of like do this. You're doing your stuff. Maybe you have things at the bottom, and then you're cooking or whatever, and you're like you hear the the alien corridors, you know, coming up. Man, this is really the part of the movie where I would want to have a turret, like looking back, you know, just like plant it, install it, and have it scan, because we're not going forward without securing the way back. Usually get always so bad in the movies. So we had the VCOs, right? But say I want to, do we really need another one? What do we use this for? So this is the LFO that we're getting into here. No, that's probably, wait, did I get it wrong? I did get it wrong. The sine wave is going, oh, no, it's okay. I get it, I got it right. We don't go to the CV. We take the rescale. Look, I can drag them, actually one of them, and that will go in here. So I want to rescale the LFO right away. Let me put it here. So we send the triangle. This is unbelievable. This would be movie. Like, I'm not bragging for me. I'm not saying like I'm genius. You know, we're doing this together. It's just like how things evolve. The soundstage itself. It's still changing. I hear it. It's not looping. You hear it? It's now doing that weird thing. It's almost like something is knocking at a door. I hear the sub more than the actual hit. Nice. Okay. So we send these here, but we gotta scale this. We got maximums. Man, that's exactly what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. We can offset. That's a rescaler. Okay. Everybody memorize that a rescaler is what we need, because I'm going to forget. So why is this off, though? Oh, because it's got no output? No, it does, though. Okay, wait. It should, though. Nothing is being sent to it? No way. What? Output here? CV input? I'm thinking this is correct, though. This is going to the output of this guy. The sub is going to this other one. Why isn't it working? Let me send it straight out. Let's see where we are. Oh, maybe because yeah, okay. I see what's going on. We're probably not. No, did I mute it? Did I mute it by accident? Oh no, okay. It's the actual scale of the thing. Beautiful, okay. Oh, look, I didn't know that. I just found something. Look at the actual faders on the VCA mix light up. Okay. Right? What's Ethan gonna do with us? Yeah, it's talking about Twitch probably. It's a little bit rusty. Gotta update his firmware. Forgive him. Okay. It's working. We do the same thing, maybe with the triangle on the input here, and we send the output to CV2. We scale it the same. Can we do copy paste of the settings? Doesn't matter. We're good. Okay, but now it's kind of weird though. Is it working? Max. Ah, okay. It tells me where it's hitting max. I see. Maybe because we're very, very low. See, we switched. Ah, okay, so the gain is actually... Oh, I see. It's not about the maximum of that. Wow, okay. I don't dislike that though. We need to send these also to this. This is why I would really love, and I hope it's coming soon, to have some control surfaces to really change things around. Because I'm not looking at really automating everything. I just want to map the things on the MIDI controller so that we play these, you know? So we have these that we play with, could be mapped on a button or something. So yeah, all right. I'm thinking I wanna do another oscillator. Nice. I mean, this is all so good. This thing is highly unstable. Do we try the other modes? Let me save over something else. We call it abandoned hallways. That's it. Let me try and experiment now that I've saved. We were so close to saving over the other patch. I was so close to do Control S. Luckily I didn't. So we got 236, okay. I'm so tempted to take another oscillator and do like a different step, like twice as fast. I'm curious to see like, man, this thing. We didn't do what? We didn't do, let's do a duplicate. I'm gonna put it in the mixer right here. Man, beautiful. The mixer is still sending everything into the VCF, so okay, I'm saving. I like this. It's totally unstable. I feel like some fast attack cluster sounds that come and go would add some interesting movement to it. Thank you, Siberia. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do, so this is our bass. On top here, we got our, let me put two very convenient colored model here. Because this is our MIDI. I'm gonna use Raven. The Raven. This is our MIDI, and everything for MIDI is gonna be here. This is our bass. So it comes natural that because it's fast attack cluster sounds, we're gonna do it on top, okay? So I'm gonna do like, no, I don't want to duplicate you. I want to duplicate you here. Just for kicks, let me use this. 236, we're gonna do 472. Sometimes the thing is coming. Remember, buffer size 512, okay? We're not stuttering. We're not flinching 1 second. Not 1 second. What do we use? Another Erica? I need to, like, we're really getting scammed. Beautiful. You know, let's take crewing, third type of oscillator, okay? And we're gonna still do an EDSR. We're gonna do its own mixer, its own filter. I don't remember if I have other filters. I maybe do. But let's keep the filter what I have for now. And maybe these other LFO. But then, as you remember, here we've got our mixer section. Right here, right? This one. So this is where we mix all the sources. I'm kind of separated. Shields up. Thank you, Gary. Gary from Shields has risen Shields because that's what it is. We're sending like a tiny little bit of a drone, like a fighter. You know the carriers that have those little fighter drones? We're sending one inside the huge exhaust of an abandoned spaceship. But something feels itchy here. You know? There's something weird about it, so we don't know. Let's do that. So we're clocking this one. We need the clusters to kind of work this. So we got, I'm orienteering myself. I've never used this oscillator. Right output, left output, okay. So I'm gonna go Sigma output. Ooh, nice. Let's still do left and right and Sigma, just because we have them. The mix goes here. People, I have to be honest with you, talking through this thing that is going on is all I wanted for Modular Mondays. Thank you so much for being here. This is fun, and it has no reason for anything. Anything that comes, we do. We explore things, we see how it works. So filters here, I'm gonna go away from here. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna get a VCA as well. This one here, because we never know. And I might get, yeah, let's, I don't know. I'm gonna get it here, I don't know. Let me go to the mixer. So we're getting this filter. You know what we should do? We should get 2 filters though. We should get 2 filters, and we should filter this before the VCA. So we go, hold on, I have an idea. We do kind of a stereo thing, okay? So we take the left output here, Left output, we go to the input. Right output to the input. LPF to in. LPF to out. Oh, but that wouldn't be mixing it though. Well, but it's okay anyway. Then we do the HPFs. Well, we don't no longer have the delta. It's okay. So we have two filters for two things. Then we take the output mixer. We go in, out. I really wanted a stereo one. All right, follow me. This is gonna be good. We do two mixers, two VCAs. Man, it's coming back. The patrol's coming back. So we go here. Right? Am I right? Right. Unbelievable. Here. And we take our gate. I go double everything. No one care in the world. Envelope here. Envelope here. Gate. Gate here. Steps. Steps. Retrigger. Retrigger. Right. Kinda, right? Should be working. See how they're doing? Okay, we need fast. Probably, we don't know. Okay, and we said 472. Okay. So, I'm even for like all fast. Let's see how it works. Let me go reset. So now we said the right output, here's how we're gonna do it. We're taking the first mixer. I have it in my mind. I'm just super slow and old. Please, no worries. So the first filter, the first mixer is gonna be like this, right? So I made a mistake. No, did I? No. Okay, this is okay. So this is two filters actually. So the left input here goes also here, and then we have here, sorry. And then we take the second filter, we do the same thing, low pass, high pass. So we can control, why am I doing this, bro? Okay, we have low pass, high pass, low pass, high pass for left and right. We keep them separated as much as we can. We only need the output here to be what? My keyboard? My keyboard. Here. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Let me see. Let me open the filter here. No resonance. No drive. See where we are. I have no idea what's gonna go on in this. Okay, this is where I think we should hear stuff, but we don't. Okay. Hold on. I'm thinking we're gonna get it. No worries. Okay, they're there. It's just the filter's wrong. Okay. Faster, right? Almost. Hold on. Are we set right? Okay, we have no input here. Sigma right. See where we are. Let me try and get the low pass first. This sounds almost like kicks though, which is, it isn't bad. CV attenuator. Rate down, okay. I have no idea what these are. Okay. $472. Okay, maybe not that much. Why am I not getting that much? Okay, I can live with that. Okay, now I see where it's going. But they're still too fast. Okay, let's LFO these as well with sines so that we can control a little bit of actually triangles to have a little bit of the decay change here and here. Little bit. Could be even faster, or we could do some FM, because I think that if you take the Sigma output and you have it FM, what? I'm not gonna go exponential because we're gonna explode. But level CV input. Okay, I don't want that. Rate modulation input, I don't want. Okay. Look at the lights on this thing. I'm trying to get something out of it. It's kind of like I liked a lot when it was here. I'm gonna undo. I like that it was kind of okay. I like these, but hold on. Right. See how you backtrace? I need to backtrace my steps because I have no idea where it's coming. What's happening? So, do we have the high pass as well? Yes. Okay. Okay, it's a bit short. So it's kind of okay. I see. Why have we lost the other part? I haven't done anything. Have I? No. Maybe it's... Oh no, it's coming back. Oh god. It is coming back, okay? It's working, it's working. It is working. I have faith in the grunge here. No, made a mistake. What? How did I do that? That's the question of modular synthesis. How did I do that? Okay. I like how this is blending in. Do you like it better? It's kind of like moody, but I failed at what I wanted to do, to be honest with you. I think crewing just threw me completely off. I like, it's become like a drone in itself. Maybe it's the Sigma output we're using. Ooh, we need these as well. Hold on. I love that we have like drive, we go drive, and we go drive, drive. I did fail at what I wanted to do though. That was bad of me, but I have no idea what's going on, so. I can't hear the pitches either, so this is. Okay. I'm too tempted to add something. I know it's not a game of adding things, but it is a game of adding things. Let me do this. Let's actually take Scorpio, because it's somewhat stable. That's a bad thing to say. And we're gonna take we're gonna do kind of the same thing as we're floating here, but I'm gonna take the output of, like, we're taking the VO, and I'm probably just gonna go here. Is it CV1 the output of that? Right, it is. Then let me get to the mixer. Right, let me get one of these for sure up here, so that it's kind of in scale. And I'm probably gonna take the same envelope that we're doing for these guys. Oh, okay. Okay. We know it works. But it's not what we want. I must not fail now. I must not fail. It needs to be done right. Let me clock this guy up here. Let me get... I mean, I still want something up there. I like what this is doing, but it's kind of, you can't... It's just a depth thing. It's nice, very nice, but not what we wanted. So let me do this. Is this? Oh, this is an input. Okay. No. Well then, yes. Go here. Go here. Go here. Okay. I think I have some steps here. Okay. It isn't faster though. Let me try 800. It isn't because it's taking. Unbelievable. Does it work this way? Because it got synced to it. That's why. So that's my bad. Because I've sent clock out of that mult clock, this one was getting its own thing, so it's not really a 472. Wasn't really twice as much. Okay. We have a chance here at redeeming ourselves. I'm gonna go envelope to, we're not doing this, we're doing this. And We could do arpeggiator instead. Let's see if I can get the CVs to play nicely. I'm not sure. So these we don't need. We do this. And also then the steps we send to the gate, the trigger to the trigger. Ah, there we go. Yes, Siberia. Thank you for your patience. Yes, he said, like, he's not by far doing what I suggested he could do. And trust me, I had all my intentions to do that. But Kruin which I hope it's the right pronunciation, completely threw me off. We're killing it already. I like this. Wait until it stabilizes itself. Okay, this idea for the stereo part was nice. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Do we hear anything? Oh, I'm going too low. Ooh, I had it. So yes, I know I was going to suggest the sequencer not to be the right. The sequencer had the clock from the others. I thought then the tempo would work to offset it. No, like if you get clock, tempo does not do anything. So that's why it didn't work. Right, good call. That's exactly why. LFO. Rescaler. To this. Maybe not. No. What did I want to do? Oh man, I completely forgot. Pitching it? No, I forgot. I had this idea. Bye, Siberio. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the suggestions. I like this, but I want some more effect in here. But what did I want to do? Oh, this maybe. Oh, Marco, sorry, I missed that. Unfortunately, I had to leave the spaceship early today. Have fun. Ciao, Marco. Thanks for holding the bridge. Yeah, Siberius here. He got the bridge. I misread something. Right, yeah, I skipped the message. I'm holding it together with this thing that is pushing through the the speakers. Like sometimes I'm like, dude, now I know how it's fluctuating, right? But imagine, bye Gary, take care. See you, thank you for being here while working. everybody hands up for Gary, who was working and also here in the stream. So we know how far we can go, right? So I can kind of talk. I know it's never gonna go there and stuff, but if Roblox wants to do that, if we have controlled surfaces and we start tweaking things, after a while I'm gonna miss it, and when you miss it, bad things are gonna happen, because then some balance pushes the maximum of the hook, right? So that's it. These I wanted to do. Okay, now I remember. This. Okay, I like this. Let's try delay. I had a dual delay. This seems official. Maybe too much? Don't know. Let's try that. So what I want to do is I want to take this output. I don't want to send it here anymore. I want to go in, and then we get a kind of a true stereo thing out of there. Let's go fully wet. Let's see where we go. Because the delay can kind of blend things a little bit, right? Ah, we can sync it too. Ooh, this thing's good. Let's clock it through this one though. Beautiful. But why did I lose it though? We're gonna get it back, I'm sure. Oh, I see. So my mistake was that I thought that 0 was counterclockwise. That's a mistake I make a lot on Eurorack just because I'm learning a lot. Oftentimes 12 o'clock is 0 and you can go positive or negative. So you have kind of bipolar knob values, right? And I didn't read that the feedback at 0 is 12 o'clock. We had minus 100, and guess what? It was good. It was good. We can even use a filter to get it better. Okay, nice. Now I hear it in context and I kind of like it. We still lost the detail of that, but now we're gonna ease the dry wet, and I think it's gonna work. You hear that? You hear that? I could not tell you which side is doing this. I could not. I'm okay though. I like where that is. So let's cut high. No, I like the negative a lot. Wow. If I touch a filter now here, maybe it's gonna be insane. Here. You hear how the space is deep, but it's very forward, which I didn't usually have this type of approach, and I think it's really captivating in soundtracks when you have these. I hear the depth behind, but the reverse delays are really kind of catching our attention. I think there's some similarity with when we said, like, when it gets really loud, we don't know how loud it can be, right? So loud is kind of like the energy of it, but there's the detail of the high frequencies. I believe to the human ear, it means that this thing is really close to you. It's not that far, right? And so that's also another reason why you get kind of upset or tense, because you have these reverse delays that kind of jump at you, but they're very dry, so you believe things are very far from you, and you know, they worry you, but they're far. And instead you hear this sound that is very detailed, and you're like, oh, okay. So this happens if I move the filter here. Hear how closer they are to me. Okay, so I like this, but I think I could kind of grunge it a little bit more. Let's do this. Okay, now we're getting there. We gotta go dark though. You know what I wanna... What is this? This is still unwanted. It's a windy thing we got. Yeah, it's how it's... Oh, okay, that's also good, yes. A little bit is nice. Crossfeed I hadn't touched. This is also good. We should get a little bit. Let me see if I can pitch this a little bit better, though. I know it's not this. Okay, it also sounds good. Thank you. Right? It that was probably the grunge that I was doing, but also kind of like pitching this is kind of nice. This is obviously pushing everything in the future. Okay, I'm like completely, now I'm completely spacing out with this thing. Okay, I want to try something. Let me try and do a note. I mean, we could use an arpeggiator, like a tuned one. Let me try and do this. Let me try and get an LFO. Clock it. Can we? Yeah. We send the clock to this guy. Also the reset. Let me try this. I have an idea. It was getting nice random gates by sending white noise through mats and fine-tune it to be the sparse. Okay. Thanks, Siberia. I'm gonna do that. So a random gates by sending white noise through mats through the VCA. Okay. And fine-tune it to be sparse. Okay. We do this. We're probably gonna try on the upper Scorpio thing. But I wanted to do. I can't pitch these guys. Okay, I thought I could, so it doesn't matter. I thought I could though, but I can't. Can I pitch this? This could be a knob I would totally have on the control surface, like this. This, just that note. Nice. I mean, this is really getting cool. And we also have these that we had. Oh yes, that I was getting from this one. We could have it here. A little bit. Oh, because it's being offset. Okay. Sounds like a sort of a sonar thing, which is really cool. And then it's calming down. All of these knobs need to really be on control surfaces because you need to play this thing live. With a mouse, it's excruciating. I mean, the structure of the sound's obviously there. You can kind of program it. But ultimately, this is why I want the Novation XL3s. I think Novation, they should be shipping them to me very soon. They should. I know they are, but they should as well. I want to try it here live with you. Together we try and map it. We see what works, you know, how it reacts and stuff. But it's definitely going to be hands-on, much better. And I'm still now using note arpeggiators, which I kind of think would be the thing. Hear how upsetting this is. So, last thing we're gonna try. Siberia said, I'm getting nice random gates by sending white noise through mats, VCA, and fine-tuning to be sparse. Is it a module that, or is it here? Anyway, it's probably here, right? So we got noise. Man, how much stuff's here. And remember, we got this as well, which is unbelievably cool. Terraflopper, hi, welcome. Do you like this VCV rack thing better than traditional VSTs? Matt's from Make Noise. So, I have tried VCV rack slightly, a little bit after work, like for the last week or so, but very mildly, and I've done the other patches if you look at the previous episode on Softtube Modular. And I absolutely love Softtube Modular. I have made a video on the comparison with VCV Rack 2 on the facts that these two software have, and I like, in terms of sound, to me they both sound unbelievable just because you've got so much on each. Softtube concentrates more on the modular, on fewer modules, very well endorsed and tuned. This one has a lot more creative factor. When I compose my own music, I use a lot of VSTs and a lot of real synths. I have tons is maybe not the term I would use, but I have Moog, sequential, I have Korg, lots of Korg, Novation. So I use real synths and fake synths, but for what I want to do as an album here, I want to just concentrate on modular synthesis, which I am also very new to. That's why I wanted also to make this so we can explore it together, kind of grew with it. I believe there's a lot to be found in the modular world, given especially a lot of the underscoring, atmospheric movie and game audio. That is where I come from. What I've been doing for the past 5 years almost exclusively is audio for game and film, advertisement, then it depends where it goes to licensing. These things are such freedom to me, and you notice I'm not playing anything. If I put my hands on the keyboard, it's opening a lot of possibilities for me, but also is going to kind of put me in piano mode, and I don't want to do it. I want to kind of blend these atmospheric stuff, but still have it going without me being the pianist. I hope I answered somehow. Saberi says, apparently Floats module by Matthew Friedrichs is an equivalent to Mats from Make Noise in VCV. I'm a huge Blavan fan and this excites me. Okay, yeah, I mean, man, I don't want to be compared, but thank you very much for the, it's not even a comparison, for like the mention in chat of something like that. I'm not worth of that, absolutely. But I love that you're here. I love that we're all doing this. I fail as much as I succeed, but the sounds that come to us are unbelievable. And please don't be fooled by the fact that I'm just, letting drones go, not playing anything. My plan is to get control surfaces to touch the knobs and get the vibe going. We're gonna make an album out of it from these episodes. The patches are gonna be downloadable. You can download these from my Patreon, and we'll build these and then we'll make a kind of an album of it with some cues. This one is Abandoned Hallways. This is scouring for resources into an abandoned dropship or whatever in orbit. Sounds to me like we're there. There's so much that here can be achieved. So Floats module, but also maths. Do I have maths? I don't want to end the stream, although it would be because I did this. That's me. Okay, let's do this last thing. Math. Is it Aleph bits or is it? You said it. I lost it. A VCA. Basic math operators. I think you mean fruits of karma. Floats. Floats. Sorry. No. Floats. Module. Matthew Friedrichs. Why did... is it premium? No? It's open source? It's the equivalent to maths. Okay. So I have to search it. Floats Friedrichs. Okay? I'm hearing clicks. But It's because it's going under. Okay, that's not what we want. Hear how much is happening behind us. Okay. I have it. Float. Oh, do I have to log in? Probably, right? Let me log in without getting doxxed. Never mind. I'm logged in. Where's the file, though? Where's the file at? Let's try this. Why can't I find that, though? Maybe it's in here. Okay, I can't find it. But okay, even if we end it here, I'm gonna get it. But it's weird that I don't find this. LF's bits. Various math operations on 2 inputs. Okay, this one, what is it? AB. No, okay, it's not this one. But that's a good idea anyway. Search quad VCA. We're on a hunt. Oh, here it is. If you see it, tell me. Wow. Man, look at how many are here. Do you see it? The first one. Okay, sorry. Audible instruments, quad VCA. Man, awesome. Let's add it. Library. Audible. Updating. But you hear it behind how much is not repeating itself. I could not get this to be in Softube Modular for the life of me. It would crash for how many things are there, for sure. Like, there's no way I'm done. I've done so many modules, these many modules in here. It's just, there's just no way. There's no way. So I think I need to restart. Here it is. I mean, it's unbelievable. We need to close it, restart it. The sound of silence. It takes it. This is insane. It's taking it a little bit. I can even play that. Now I can obviously, I forgot I could play it obviously, but I could. So let's get quad VCA. So what do we do here? Oh, okay, obviously this is very nice. It's a quad VCA with also like flats things. So you were taking noise, this one. We're back in that one. And you were sending this here, for example, pink. Channel 1 input. Channel. Also, it takes 2 CV input. Oh, does it go here? We'll continue with VCV rack. Kermit says, will you continue with VCV rack or mix with Softube Modular? Given what I've done today and the level of community that is behind that, I will do episodes of Softube Modulars when I am like looking at, for example, Rubicon. Okay, which is one of my favorite modules ever in real life that I couldn't touch because somebody else was playing on it, but I heard amazing things. And I'm planning, if I build an Eurorack myself, Rubicon's gonna be in there because it's just unbelievable. There's specific things that Modular does. When we bring it into the Pro, what I need to do is I need to buy the Pro of VCV Rack so that we can bring this into Nuendo, so that we send it to different outputs and we can stem the tracks as we're recording. So there will also be Softube Modular for doing some things, but VCV Rack is gonna do others. In itself, I feel VCV Rack is a much more expanded environment where everything's possible from scratch. It hasn't, you know, it's mildly clicking when I'm on other applications, but the buffer is 512. There's just no way this thing can handle all of this. And to me, it sounds good. It's got all it takes. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of nice. So I would say I will continue with VCV Rack for sure. I want to do Softube Modular when we're more in an ecosystem. And I want to also maybe try Sherry Audio's Voltage Modular, which people have been telling me it's amazing. But this to me so far feels really like we're into the Eurorack thing because we're exploring so much of it. And because there's many modules and things like that. But maybe the answer is kind of like both, but this way. Could be, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm sure about it, but yeah. Let's take channel 2 as well, or channel 1 here. Yes, and add the VCO and then play with the VCI rise and fall so it would not get all the value. Okay. Let's take a VCO, literally anything. A normal one, for once. So, okay, so then we take a saw. We need a filter though. We can't be that naive. I'm gonna go square into in LPF, or maybe, yeah, square. And then we're gonna go LPF in here. And then you meant the output is going here to the mixer, here. Actually, let me do like the second output and we can do the same deal here. For now, right? Why not? And we can make it pan differently. We've given the same noise for now, but first let me hear if it works. Wow. I think this is not what I was expecting, but I think this is the high frequencies mix-wise that we really needed to get it. See, maybe we need more drive. Let's see with different noises. A little bit of that, maybe. What have I done? See, for example, I want a dedicated effect here. We can do that. We can take whatever. Take the Reverb and go here instead. Here. Right? And then take the outputs. We got a little bit more atmospherics. Let's see. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. I need to lower that. Nice. Yeah, I think we needed, that was a good idea. We needed some high frequencies. Let's try different noises. Yeah, I'm gonna save it like this. Because then we can always handle like the reverb. But it's getting complicated. I'll let there a link and maybe we'll get inspired. Yeah, I mean, what I'm missing here is just like two, not CV mix. Hold on, what we had there, the rescalers. Just to do this, because we do actually, we need some highs. I think they're kind of a good thing to have. Oh, but these are for CVs. Okay, I'm gonna do it with the. I'm gonna do it with the mixer, which makes maybe more sense. We do this. We're almost out of inputs for the mixer itself. But now we can do this. We can blend them. And we can decide on the mix itself. Oh, actually no, because I need to do that. Oh, well, no, it doesn't matter. This one doesn't work. This works. Right. So I wanted more reverb, less delay, almost nothing. Reverb big or small, maybe. Halfway through. This is nice. You do like the texture? Texture? Cool. It just feels that high area without being obtrusive, and it gives us a little bit more, context. And we can do this, of course. Do like a hertz and a half. Okay, now it's moving also as well without us touching, because I don't think this is something that I would end up playing, but it's a nice. All right, so crew, this is what we did today. Look at that. We did kind of a lot. There's every row is an instrument. We start from the bottom where we have Scorpio that's doing sort of like bass. I know these are big words, say bass, pads. Then we got two black wave tables from Erica Saints that are doing this come and go that is the most important, maybe haunting part atmospheric, part patty. Then we got Instro that was something I tried to do and I failed, and it came up something amazing as well, but it's more of a very back wall thing. Then we got Scorpio doing some pitches, and even the very final part suggested by Siberio, that is a good idea. We put a lot of highs there through noise, but then I used a little bit of reverb so that they're not completely detached. They still go through the main effects, but this thing has a cycle of probably 2 days. I don't even know, because the cycles are not lining up ever. So sometimes I hear harmonics because of the Erica synth. I think the fusion delay here. This is really giving the mix of everything. And we are going all parallel. These are the three effects we have. The reverb, then we've got the input for the Erica, and then the 4MS typographic. Here, that sonar thing, before it wasn't that big, so we did this. We can drag them here, drag this here, maybe take our MIDI CV here, panel. We did it. This sounds really cool. And this is Abandoned Hallways, which we will have in Patreon that you can download and mess with. And if you do and make it better, please let me know because I want to see what you've done and how you, whatever you come up with. Yeah. Natura de Sonorum from Bernard Parmigiani has this cluster part that feels like rain. It's magical. If you know, if not, I really recommend it. I don't. I will check it out. It's really nice what you did here. Thank you, Siberio. I like that. I like that. It felt nice. Okay. So check out the other episodes. These will be available for review. Check what I do. If you feel like it, take a look at the Patreon. I wanna buy this, keep it every month, see the full pro modules and things that are out there, and then keep going. So if this is possible, remember it's because of my patrons and people that support. Check it out if you want to support me or whatever, you know. But this will become an album, and if you support it, you will get the special editions, because I'm putting the tracks we're gonna do in my Amiga 1200. We're going to do a special edition that is, I don't even want to know what that will be. When we resample it, there will be so much aliasing in what we do that probably the aliasing alone will outscale everything. But we'll make floppy disks, maybe mini disks, I don't even know. Depends on where it goes on the project. So, thank you very much. It was amazing having you here. Thank you, Siberio. Thank you, Marco, I know, and Gary are no longer here. They left. Teraflopper, thank you very much. I hope I answered what you said. I know that with this thing in my brain, I've been spacing out, but that's what Modular Mondays is all about. Thank you, Kermit, for your questions, for the input, for letting me know things weren't working, were working better. I think I didn't forget anybody. I'm looking at the chat before. I hate when I miss somebody and then they were here. We'll see each other soon. Thank you, definitely. Thank you, Siberio. See you in the next journey. Absolutely. We had no idea where we would have been, but what happened was we got into these hallways. Hear how metallic and deep and dark, and there's a weird thing going on in here, right? We got it. So look up on Patreon. Thank you very much. We see each other soon, which is Thursday for the Thursday Mixdown, which we're gonna mix some music again by Drew. This is about mixing. If you don't know, I'm just gonna give it to you just in case you don't know my routine. And I'm planning to do a Saturday stream that is just gonna be casual. So we listen to music, suggestions you have. We talk about synths. I might play something if you feel to. I'm gonna put the camera and microphone there. We play the Prophet, we play the Moog, whatever. Or we just chill. We'll look at gear, we talk about stuff. And it could happen. If it happens, you'll see. If you subscribe on YouTube, you'll get my notification that it says Saturday, whatever. I am not sure I can start it in summer, but I'm thinking I will. So maybe we see each other also on Saturdays if you want to chill, okay? Thank you very much. This was amazing. Before the aliens take us, I'm going to reload the turrets we planted, and we're going to set camp in here in the hallways. See you next week, people. It was amazing having you here. You totally rock for being here. Know that. See you.